title will be this is a fresh title. Okay, and like this only will create a snippet. Hello, so we can now have a body as well, and I would like to just create duplicates of this. So that's like 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, let's keep it to 5 only. This is a fresh title 2, and let's say this will be 3, right? And this will be 4. Now you can go ahead and manually do all this. Just type it in manually. But I am inserting this type of data. Please make sure that whenever you are inserting data now, it is something and you will be able to test your data. So invalid emails and all, it should give you this. Okay, now it says delete requires a callback function but got an object undefined. Okay, so in our blog routes, well, first of all, we need to keep something like this. Hmm. And inside our this, we have to pass it in, right? Yeah, so now it should work and it says listening to port 4000. And we can now uh, in here we can just say fresh blocks. All right, and hopefully it has no, it did not do that. So we will have to import it. Okay, now okay, it still does not want to import for me. So yeah, we need to export it first of all. So we'll say export. We are not working with modular, right? So we will say module dot exports equals to fresh blocks. Okay, and yeah, hopefully we are able to import it now by clicking over here, and yeah, it did import them for us. So on saving this, now I should be able to go to this route. So delete all right. Now the reason that I moved it down is if you give it this colons and then blog id na, it will regard anything that comes in over after this slash as a blog id and it will not run this route. So if you move this up, it will only run this route whenever it is exactly the same. If you do any changes over here, like there is a triple L over here, it will be regarded as an ID and it will look for it in the database. Okay, chalo. So for this, I would like to open up Postman. You don't want to give this route out to the user. This should be there only in development. Okay, or there must be some security, like we have a require user security over here. Just put that over here. Okay, make sure that it is a secure route whatever you do. Sure, so we can say delete and we'll say blogs, and along with that we will say delete underscore all, and hopefully yeah, it says blogs deleted and fresh ones were inserted. And if we go back to our this page, I can refresh, and yeah, now we have all of this. Now this all have come up as randoms, and hopefully I don't expect them, they may not have their created timestamps in an order because they are not saved one by one. Whichever ones get saved first, that will be saved first. It is like that. Chalo. So that's how, and that is what is seeding is. It is just you do this. Okay. We will have to say and added blogs. So we will say for now. We can then say success for this, and we will say something like this. Yeah. So this looks far more better than the this one. So if I try and send it again, yeah, we do get a nice fresh one. Okay. For now, what I will do is we will just comment this out and save it, because as I told you, you don't want it to be exposed. Anybody can run it. Not this route, the other one. All right. Fine. Uh, well, that is all for your website actually, and we have done everything. So if I log in, it should give me my name and all that over here. So I will just say test@email.com, and this should say test123. Yeah, and then it said welcome test@email.com, and then it says about. So please insert an about page, and then we have our new blog. I will say the title. This so I will say this is a title. Okay, and then we'll say this is a fresh snippet, and we can then say this is a nice. Well, nowadays people say noise like this. I guess so. With an extra is nice body. Okay. Once I hit submit, it should. Okay. So it says the title already taken. Well, thankfully, our error handling works as well. This is not so fresh title. You can submit it. Yeah, and it comes at the top depending upon according to our sort method. Okay, and once I log out and click on new blog, it takes me to the email login page. Okay, so yeah, and we have the sign up route over here as well. Fine, now that is it for your this blog page, and it is done. With this we have learned about cookie parser. We learned about it. We learned about express, mongoose, morgan, then about our MVC model. Okay, then how to handle errors, and if you come to the hooks, then we learned about error handling from here only, and why we cannot check for unique cases like this only. Like over here we have required is true and lowercase is true. So lowercase true does not throw an error. Instead it takes your entire string and converts to lowercase before storing to the database. Okay, then we also learned about validations, so this and this guy. All right, and then we learned about pre and post hooks. Okay, and we have many others like update hook is there, delete hook is there, and then there are many more stuff. Okay, then we also learned about static functions, so we use the login function. And yeah, apart from that, we also learned about static files. So yeah, we also learned about middleware. I would like to show image handling and all that stuff, but I would like to start with React and all that stuff from tomorrow. So for now, if you guys have any doubts, please ask me. So you guys don't have any doubts?
Sir, React is also for the single page development.
Sorry.
So React is also used for single page application development, right?
Well, React is supposed to be a single page app, The idea behind React is that you don't go back to the server. Okay, so that is why React is called a single page app. We use routing internally, and we have a virtual DOM that does for us. Currently, you see, we have our own DOM which refreshes every time in this.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so unlike this, so you see, whenever we come back over here, I will just demonstrate it for you. In my body, so you see, I have all these styles. I will add a style to the body tag. Okay, and I will say, uh, no, not background clip, background color. Oh, come on. So I can then say LA is blue. So you see it. Let's create a more notable one like yellow. Why is it going over there when I'm typing in yellow? Yeah, you see, now we have yellow over here, and if I click on sign up now, it refreshes the page and changes the styles as well. Well, if you were in a single page app, it wouldn't request the entire styles and all from there. So it is faster, and there are many other drawbacks to that, regarding initial load times, performances, SEO, and all. We will talk about that also. I hope you got the answer that you wanted.
Yes.
Okay, chalo. So apart from React, you see, we have many other things that we can work with. When you are going big and you want to develop yours own personal and not say personal, let's say you have a very big website, okay, and you want to do many things with it, like DevOps is there, and then you have a backend developer, front end developer, and you want all of them to work in harmony and perfectly. And even though there are like 1,000 people contributing to your project, at that time you don't have many people, you don't have enough time to create a new build for each one of them, right? So what we can do instead of that is, uh, well, you see, we have Jenkins. Now I cannot log in with my account over here. I'm not allowed to do that, and nor will I get the authentication code from my cert to log in. But why is it asking for download? It should not ask me for download. Mm, it is asking me to install Jenkins. Yeah. Well, you see, Jenkins is supposed to be downloaded and then it is hosted on the internet. Like, I don't think it will be even available for us. Yeah, it does not work because I will have to be connected to the VPN. I would really show you guys how and what our Jenkins does. But can we find? Yeah, you see, whenever developer pushes to GitHub, Maven. Now, if you know about the LAMP stack, it comes from there. LAMP stack. All right. So it consists of your this Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. Oh, sorry, no. Uh, what is Maven? I forgot. Well, Maven is like your it sits between your GitHub and this guy, okay, and your Jenkins, okay. Then what it does, it works as a system which will run tests that are specified inside the code, okay. And then once you run those tests, and if they are passed, we will go to the Apache or any other server that you have. It will create a proper and working build, and with that you will be able to submit that build. Okay, so if the build fails over here only, now it won't be pushed to the production part, and your website will be safe as well. Okay, so uh, that is one thing. Now Jenkins does not does do only these small things. You see, it also works with other stuff like, I guess I have talked to you about Jira as well. Okay, so yeah, this board. Can we have a nice and big image? Okay, okay. Open image in the new tab. No, it does not want to open the image in the new tab. Do we have that over here? Nope. So you see, whenever we create a ticket over here now, it automatically creates a pull request over there, and then if you move from to do to the done part now, it will do stuff for you like update on the GitHub and many other things. Apart from this, we also have our own dev box. Okay, so one of the dev box that I use is win scp. Okay, now this is used to connect to a server. Okay, and it is a ftp server unless configured with htmp and all. Well, what you do is, can I see this image? Yeah, you see, you can move the parts from over here, but clicking over on this icon, uh, I guess, yeah, you see this icon right here. If I click on this now, it opens up a terminal, and that terminal is known as a putty. All right, and that terminal allows me to work in this. And since this is a server and it does not have to handle some display logic, the user input and output, it only works with the Linux bash shell and nothing more than that. It gives you far more better developer experience. It is faster, easier, and developer friendly as well. Okay, now this is just one terminal. You can have your own terminal as well. And then, yeah, the drawback of this is this edit part. We also have overcome this. We have a bit more like changed it to allow our local editors as well. Okay, so yeah, these are a few things that will you will need to get started with. Now this is just for the coding and then development part. And well, there are other things like sql yog. Okay, now this is an sql framework for your development. Okay, it is a ui just like in your apache na. Do I have XAMPP on this? Yeah. So you see, I have my MySQL over here, and I don't think it will work. No, it does not work. Yeah, it does not work. So if I were to start this now, I would get some random upload data. But you see, with SQL Yog, you are able to create a database with UI. You also have this to create your own database, so you don't have to do the inner joins, outer joins, and all. Now this is some very complicated stuff. Well, you see, you don't even have to write the code every time for your database. Okay, so I have something for MongoDB. I don't think this guy, Studio City. Uh, okay, so it says my trial has expired, but I guess I can do this for you. Studio. Yeah, you see, it allows you to not just work with this. You can also have MongoDB. All right. Now I think it is showing about inner join customers on. So it is a SQL query. Yeah, this one part. Okay. So let's just go over here and let me see if I can give you this. So you connect to your MongoDB and then you have this. Well, yeah, you see it. also gives you your code. Okay, so it says show db is this and all. Okay, not this part. Mine one has expired, so I'm very sorry for that. Chalo, so it allows you to get your data, and it also gives you the code, so you don't have to worry about it. Just like in your Firebase now, if I go to Firebase console, uh, all right. So hopefully I do get something over here, and yeah, you see, over here this you have, and then you can add in conditions, and over here you can say username sort by ascending and then descending. Well, now it is not there, but every time you can come over here and pick up this code from here and just paste it inside your application. Now you will have to create a db object, and you can say db dot collection, and then whatever your conditions and all are there. So this is how you work with your data and things that can make your life far more easier. Studio 3T gives you all this other stuff as well, unlike SQL Yog, which only tells you that. Now, where did I lose my SQL Yog now? No, not over here. So you see, SQL Yog only gives you some very basic stuff to work with, and it is specially made for SQL only. Okay, it does give you a structured data, but it is not in your type ORM. Okay, so coming to type ORM, there are many of them, but the most preferred one is sequelize. Okay, so what is type ORM is, now you see, this is how you write your code for MongoDB, and this is what everyone desires. This is what every developer wants. Okay, so instead of writing some RAD code like select star from this database where this is the condition and that is the condition, I would really like to write my code in this, like dot find one dot this and that, just like we have done inside our code. So over here, not in here, in our block controller, yeah, you see dot find by id, we said over here dot save. Okay, and whenever there was a request, they said dot find, and then we said dot sort. Okay, so like that we want to write the code instead of writing the code in actual SQL language. uh, so you see our SQL, yeah, you see it looks like this, and it is very confusing and all. So that is why you don't want to write it. You see case when and all this type of, and they may get huge, and then some kind of brainstorming. Now this is SQL CLI. Now this end as end and all, that you will have to learn by yourself. Okay, yeah, you see this query, it is very big, and you don't want to handle it like this. You want to handle it in a far better way. So that is where your type ORMs come. Okay, now type ORM is this is just one of them. The one that I use is Sequelize. Okay, so Sequelize ORM, it is used with MySQL, MariaDB, SQLite, and Microsoft SQL. I use Postgres for myself. Okay, and not Digital Oceans one, the normal one. Okay, so this one. Chalo. So this is the SQL that I use. The main reason being that it allows me to store my data in a form of array and all that type of stuff. All right. Chalo. So uh, you will have to learn all this, and I know that this all is very hard to mug up, and there are many things that you will have to learn along the way. Two more things. I forgot. Well, you see, when you have errors, you will have sentry for that. Okay, it will sit between you and your developed program, and it will see and trace all your errors. Okay, it will tell you exactly where this error occurred, why it occurred, and all that type of stuff. Apart from this, we have Datadog. Okay, and this is where you are all uh, you can say request logs and all are kept. So whenever you are building a website and you want to see how well it is performing, that is why we use Datadog instead of creating an analytics page by all ourselves. Now we can always use Datadog. And yeah, these two are the very important things that we as a developer would like to use to provide a better and efficient app. Okay, fine. And these two, unlike Jenkins and Studio 3T and all, this have to be integrated with your application. Okay, and yeah, okay, so this is two more things. Well, for a better delivery, then we have Docker. It creates an image of your application, and then you can store it on multiple places. Like if you want to store it on Amazon cloud, you can do there. You can store it on your own local server, and you can also store it on some virtual machine. Datadog does not allow you to do that. All right. And yeah, you can also store it on anywhere like Firebase, Google, and from that multiple places depending upon the network traffic. It won't it will distribute the traffic for you. To handle the traffic, Docker does not work alone. It needs Nginx. So we use Nginx to monitor the traffic. Okay, and it has an event loop. You will have to learn about it. So what we do is, you see, it balances loads among services. So as you scale up, you see right now we have just one application for everything. For user also we are having this only. Then for our blog also we are having this. But you see, blog, even though it will be requested many times, users won't get that much of load. At the most it will have to do a lots of logins, not a lots of sign up. So you can take this just one service and separate it, and then we can call it as a microservice. So this will be a small service, this will be a small service, this will be a small service, and so on. And then you can take each of the service, use nginx and Docker, scale that as per requirement instead of scaling everything. And just apart from being costly, it is also very tedious, not good for the nature, and no developer likes to do that. Okay, so that is why we have microservices. And yeah, it handles many other stuff for you, like apart from data handling and all, it will also be working as your the gateway to the internet. Okay, so like that, all that stuff you guys can go research, be better deeper over there, and see that what else is also required for better development and all. Okay, so yeah, that's all. I don't think there is anything else remaining to tell you guys in this part. But from tomorrow we are going to start with React. All right, and we will be using our very much the same database, creating the same page. Okay, and nothing else. If there is anything that you guys want to ask or something like that, you guys can please ask me. Hello. Okay, so you guys are here or not? You can say no if you have no doubts.
Yes, sir, yes. No.
So say something, na, and don't be late from tomorrow onwards. Okay, I don't like that. I understand that I'm late, but I do make sure that I send a message that I will be late by 5 or 10 minutes. So please, you guys can also do that. Sometimes it's fine, but every day I have to say that tag you guys and call you. That's a problem. I can't do that every day. Okay, chalo. So yeah, I guess we can drop the call now. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, chalo then. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Bye.